Hello, hello. This is Evangelist Wanda and her daughter,
Unique.
We are going to do a mother-daughter tag on my channel on today. Unique, I am so happy to have you on. You better stop.
So, we got the idea from my mom. She came up with this herself. So I told her to come up with some questions that I could ask her about what it was like for her being my mom. The first question is, what was your pregnancy like with me?
Okay. It was a planned pregnancy. I wanted to have her for years, many years. Me and her dad was married, and we tried and nothing happened. Goes to the doctor and they tell me that I can't have any more kids because of some things that I was going through at the time. Okay, so 7 years into our marriage, a miracle happened. I stayed at the altar praying and praying for Unique because I wanted another kid. I asked the Lord that if He would bless me with another baby, that I would be satisfied. Have you to know that Tia was 14 at the time, and I just wanted to have another kid. It felt like my life wasn't complete without another baby.
Oh my God.
And so me and her dad was married for 7 years, and we were going through some different things. And I went to the doctor and they gave me some medication, and he told me the medication was for my illness that I was going through at the time. And he told me that if I see any eggs drop in the toilet, for to come back to him. And it's not registering in my head what he was talking about. My stomach began to hurt and my breast began to fill up, and I was like, I've been going to the doctor for this. They're not going to take no more biopsies. They're not going to do this. They're not going to do that. We're going to find out what is wrong with me today, and I saw someone and they was like, you gaining weight, and I still didn't pay that no attention. Well, my mom came on my job, took me to the my doctor's appointment, and come behold, me and her sister was in the doctor's office, and she said, the lady came back with the test, and she said, do you want to have it or abort it? And I began to cry and say, I want to do the right thing. I want to do the right thing. Still not registering in my mind that, girl, you are pregnant. And so anyway, so that happened, and her dad was at the house, and Tia, she couldn't wait to tell him, and it looked like the bus ride was just so far to getting home. And Tia beat me at the house, and she was waiting in the kitchen, jumping around, and Unique father was cutting potatoes up, and Unique said, Tia said, should I tell her? I still get names mixed up. And should I tell him? And I said, go ahead. And she said, we having a baby. And he said, what a nice joke to play on somebody.
Once you got over the fact that you was actually pregnant with me, you can talk about like your memories of being pregnant.
My memories of being pregnant with Unique, I was one clumsy girl. I would keep falling. I would fall off the bus. I would fall down the curb. I broke my finger. I was called into the ministry dealing with some issues that would cause cancer. Being truthful, her dad was out there in the streets on drugs, and he had gotten back on drugs. And so anyway, those were some of my memories with going through with Unique. I kept yeast infection, and I hated that because I guess my body chemistry was not chemistry balanced. Yes. And so I can remember that. But me being pregnant with Unique, my hair grew real long. I had the prettiest skin, and I was the prettiest pregnant woman And like I said, I was called to the ministry. I did my first trial sermon with Unique in my belly. And so it was great memories. And when I went to the doctor, I had to keep going to the doctor because I was like a high risk, it was a high risk pregnancy due to the other things that was going on in my body. So I had to keep going to the doctor, and the doctor was like, make your stomach soft. And I was like, what are you talking about? And he was like, make your stomach soft. Why are you making your stomach hard? But when they took an ultrasound, Unique was breech. So therefore, thereas I couldn't have a natural birth with Unique. So Unique was gonna be a breech baby. She didn't even turn around when it was time for me to have her. I can remember the night so clear. And the day so clear before I had Unique. My yard hadn't been cut, and looked like branches had been falling everywhere, and I was just so fussing. Hell that, you need to cut it up. Telling the boy down the street, come on, cut my grass. I'll pay you to cut my grass when I get paid Friday. And I just had him, had Unique and Tia and my brother JT picking up sticks from out of the yard. Y'all hurry up where this boy can cut the grass. And they looked like the bed, it just wasn't comfortable no more, and I just was so irritable, and I didn't know this baby was trying to come. And so her dad was on his adventures, and I got up that morning about 2:30 in the morning, and my stomach was hurting, and I felt some pressure down there, and I was like, what's going on? So I said, well, let me go and bathe myself up. I called my mama, and I called the doctor, and he was like, okay, then you go to the go to the hospital. And so about 3 o'clock, I got was in the bathroom getting myself together, and here comes Unique father. What's wrong with you? I said, I'm getting ready to have this baby boy. And he said, girl, you blew my high. Jesus.
He probably wasn't prepared.
Well, his high was gone. And mama was on her way to take us to the emergency room so that we could have Unique, and which I was in labor with Unique for a while because, they knew they was going to do a C-section. So they ain't give me no medicine. I kept having her daddy running with the little pot, and thinking I had to pee, but it was just her freshening down on my bladder. And so I think about 10:30 that morning they took me in for to have the C-section, and they put the cover up. They gave me my medicines and everything. Her dad, he was right there beside me, and they did all of that, and I couldn't see, but he could see. And he said Unique had a big head.
and had a big head.
And it was hard for them to bring Unique out of me, but they got her out. And I couldn't see Unique. You know how they place the babies up to the mama? I couldn't see Unique because I had a terrible fever.
Yeah,
so,
they didn't want me to get sick.
You what?
Sick, because you was sick.
I had a terrible fever. So anyway, yeah, they rushed her on off away, and her dad, he was so happy, go lucky and all of that. And I didn't get to see Unique, I think, until 2 days after she was born. And the only reason why I got to see her then, because I walked down to that nursery, and I peeked through that glass, and they was like, you must be Unique's mom. And I was like, wonder how they know. And I went and looked at Unique through the glass because I couldn't get her. And then I think on the third day I was able to get my baby.
Just like Jesus rose on the third day.
Yeah.
Well, Mom, what was I like as a baby? So you had me, you left the hospital. So I would say like from the time that I was born until like about 1 year old, what was I like as a baby?
Okay, Unique was something else. Well, y'all, let me tell y'all, Unique as a baby, Unique was like the only baby that was really like to a married couple in the church at that time, quote unquote. So everybody loved Unique. Mm-hmm. Unique had this big head and this little body, and they would, would talk about my baby. But her doctor would tell me, she said, Unique got a big head. She said, but that's not a hat rack. Said, told me how smart that Unique was gonna be because she, had a big head, and then she was carrying so much knowledge in her head. And she says her head is gonna write her a check to college. This lady told me this when she was I think about 6 months old. Do you all hear me? The doctor told me that. And so anyway, Unique was the love child. I didn't really have to worry about anything. Everybody took care of Unique. Her sister, she was like that right there, Johnny on the spot, doing for Unique. And her dad, he would like bathe her, he would wash her and pick out her outfits, and she had so many beautiful outfits, and he used to like slick her hair down and just do her hair, and he would take her in the little thing with him when he go to cut grass and lose her shoes and stuff like that. And be like, where's my baby shoe at? I don't know. And so Unique was that child that everybody took care of. I didn't have to worry about Unique, or Unique used to cry a lot, but it was always somebody there to get her. My goddaughter, she was there to get her. She was in the house with us, and everybody, and even at church, I didn't even have to worry about her because somebody had Unique, and Unique, I would always read to Unique. I would always talk to Unique. We didn't do no baby talking. They was like, ain't no goo goo gaga here. We're gonna speak to her and we're gonna talk to her. And we talked to her like we would talk to you. And Unique learned her vocabulary became so long. And I believe at 8 months, Unique was saying full sentences. She was telling her dad to hit the road, Jack, and don't come back no more, no more, no more. And her dad would say, ooh, that hit close to home.
And I used to say, what's up, shawty?
Yeah, and they would get her to say at church, they say, Unique, say, what's up, shawty? She say, what's up, shawty? And she would hold conversations with, with people. And she wasn't even walking. And Unique was, she was a little plump little baby, the prettiest brown, soft, smooth skin.
Some things never change.
And she get it from her mama. Her daddy had ice. But anyway, so she was that, I would say, the love child. And like I said, she learned a whole lot. She picked up on a whole lot. I was like wondering, when is Unique gonna walk? Because Unique was like talking and everything, eating and everything, And she would say, I like broccoli. And she would eat broccoli and everything. And so I had a vision of Unique walking through the house. And I woke up one morning, and as I saw it in the vision, Unique had a pamper on, no shoes on, no shirt or nothing, come walking from out of her sister's room. And I was like, oh, my baby is walking.
So I got up and walked on my own?
On your own.
Like y'all didn't do the push
No, we didn't do none of that. She just came walking out the room on her own. Walking through the hall. I was like, there she go. I was like, oh, my baby walking. Tia was asleep. And I was on my bed, and she come walking through the hall, but she was going to the kitchen. I guess she was looking for her something to eat. She was like, y'all laying down too long, you know. So
if I can't crawl there, I'm gonna walk there on my own 2 feet.
And I'm trying to remember, did she crawl? But anyway, yeah, she came walking, through there, and it was something else that Unique used to do. I'm trying to remember as a baby. Oh, she used to cry all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. She used to cry. Couldn't nobody keep her. And then the lady that could keep her, she was a smoker. That made her go into asthma. So I had to take her away. So I had to bring her in the daycare where I was working at. It was kind of her dad. When she would cry, I would give her her binky. Her dad didn't want, it's time for her to get rid of that binky. And I would go buy another one when he throw him away and give him back to him. By the time he come back home, he'll throw him back out the door, But she was one crying baby. She used to cry so much that at night I would have to, about 7 o'clock, I would have to put her in the car
and
drive around with
so
her.
I can go to sleep.
Yes. And then another thing, what happened? Her sister had my car, and her sister went to her girlfriend's house, and they wanted to go get some gas. I ain't asked them to put no gas in my car because they wanted to go somewhere else. Unique was in her car seat, and her sister backed into a pole. And Unique came home. I think she was walking then, but she was still in one. And she said, "My head hurt, my neck hurt, my ice cream went on the window, and all in my face." So those are memories from a baby to one.
Alright, I turned 1, and then between the time that I was 1 until I went to Head Start, what was like some of the funniest things that I would do. So before I actually went to like school.
Before Unique went to school, I told y'all I used to read to her all the time. Unique already knew how to read before she went to school.
Right.
Unique would be in the stores, and I'd be looking for Unique. I'm like, where Unique at? Unique sitting out here, sitting around, got a whole bunch of other color kids, the lighter color kids, all around her, and she's sitting there having story time. And the parents be looking for the kids, and she's sitting up there like who was that little thing? It wasn't no Honor, but the other one. It's like a little kid. I mean, just a little short little thing. And she was like older, but she was so teeny. And she's sitting up there, got everybody telling me, and the kids was there listening to them, listening to her, and the parents came and they listened too. I was like, there she go. Then when we would go to Florida, here she go. She got all the children in the family reading that book. I love you forever. I like you for always. She would be reading that book to my little cousins and having all the children grouped down. Go sit down somewhere.
Yeah, Marco.
He want us to talk about him.
We can do the puppy tag later.
But anyway, Marco, you gotta wait. Cause see, he just like to run in and outside. This ain't about you, this is about Unique. But anyway, and she used to have a group of kids, and she would be teaching them, and she would be reading to them and everything. So she could grab the attention of people, you know, in a heartbeat, of children in a heartbeat. It's always just love to talk. And then one time, oh my goodness, she when me and her dad separated for good, you know, she would go through the little thing about wanting to be with her daddy, wanting to be with her mama, and crying. It just like got on my nerve a whole lot. She cried for her dad up until she got to about 12 or 13 years old.
So, like, once I became a teenager, what would you say our relationship was like?
Oh, I ain't talking about when you was in school and stuff, when you was a little girl in school.
We don't have to do 2 parts.
Okay, we ain't gonna do 2 parts. I'm gonna say this real quick. Unique in school, she would get all the certificates. She would be in all the spelling bees. She would just get this, the president of this, the president of that. And she would be in elementary school, and she would be reading on a 5th grade level. So they had to get the books over to Unique so she can read them. Unique would be up in the classroom trying to teach the class because the teacher couldn't get the stuff clear to the kids, so she would go and teach, and the teacher would call me at work and tell me she was
they wanted to be smart with me and be like, well, if you gonna talk in my class, how about you come teach my class? And I was like, well, I'm gonna show you and come teach your class. But they didn't think I was gonna one up on them. When you usually tell kids that, they make them start talking, but no kid really gonna get up there and start like teaching. But I could teach them.
And so I had to tell them, y'all give her something else to do. So they had Unique up in the office doing the announcements and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I said, you know, when she, you know, cause you know, if you bored and you done ran out of things to teach the child, you know she gonna cause some trouble in your class.
Yeah.
And y'all not gonna put her out.
And they used to have to take me out of class, and I used to have to go to like the I can't remember what they called it, but it was like this accelerated like program where we did different like mind games and stuff. So I never went to my last period. I had to get like taken out of the class to go and do that with the other kids that was considered accelerated.
And also, she used to get mad too if she didn't get picked to sing the special partner songs and stuff like that.
I like
if she
to be
could,
the star of the show.
she always
honey.
wanted to be the star of the show, and she couldn't figure it out why they had somebody else as the star.
It didn't make
She would be
sense
so
to me.
mad.
Yes.
I was like, Unique, come on now. You ain't the only unique person in this world now.
And I thought so.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was always the smartest and the most talented, so it didn't make sense.
Mm.
But yeah, so that was me in school. And what was I like as a teenager, like in middle school and high school?
Oh my goodness. Girl,
Did I remind you of somebody you know?
Yeah. They say you reap what you sow. What you plant surely will grow. And they said what you measure out, it will be measured back to you. And so Unique. And a lot of stuff I ain't know Unique had done until I seen her blogs and stuff. I was like, Lord, she got over me like that? She got over on me like that?
Nah, y'all, because
Whoa.
my mom, she lives like a very safe life. My mom is not a big risk taker. She is not really a person that like step out of the box or is outgoing or like to explore. And honey, I was an explorer and I was a free bird and I did not want to be in this house. So if it was a party, I wanted to go. If it was a boy, I wanted to talk to him. So that was just my MO.
And girl, so she didn't like me as a mother when she was a teenager. Because see, I had all the rules and stuff. But yeah, that was Unique, a free bird, and she finally done kind of like flew back home now, But yeah, and so and I still would go to different talent shows, and she would be the star and stuff like that, and in her pageants and stuff, and she would be the star. But honey, she was a star in middle school, and she was a star in high school. Middle school, the children didn't like her because she was dressed in all kind of designer this, designer that. Her sister did that, because her sister used to get picked at middle school because of what she had. What she didn't wear was designer. So she made sure that when Unique went to that school she went to, she made sure she was correct.
And they couldn't stand it, honey. And I used to go in there with my heels on, and they be like, why you got them heels on? You think you better than everybody else? No, I got these heels because my mama wear her heels faithfully, and that's just what we do.
And that's what we did. I was a teacher's assistant, as they call it, paraprofessional back then, and probably still is now. And I wore my heels every day to work.
Yep. And I used to wear my heels to school, and they couldn't stand it, girl.
I ain't know nothing about no tennis shoes when I was a young adult. I started wearing tennis shoes, I think, in my 50s.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got more relaxed, and the feet hurting, and you can't be, be tipping like you used to tip. I had to bring them heels down to right here. But yeah, that's where she got it from. And I never really liked jeans. I didn't start liking jeans till I was in my 40s.
Yeah. My mom always dressed up. Her dressing up was everyday attire. Oh, you can finish off with my greatest achievements. So think of like maybe 3 things that you would say was a great achievement that made you feel like, oh my God, I'm so proud of you, Unique.
Okay, one of them was in elementary school when she got a letter from the president for being on the what it is
I think it was because I had like the scholar roll or something. Yeah, and I probably got it like for the whole year.
And in middle school, my greatest achievement, her greatest achievement was when she, out of all the kids in the school, she was the only girl, and it was 2 boys, and she kept getting trophies and everything, and she was accepted into the gifted program, and we could pick out whatever school that we wanted her to go to out of 4 different schools. It was a governor's school. It was
Open High.
Open High.
One in Petersburg. And then community. Where I went.
And she went to, we picked community, so she could go to community. And the next one, it's 4, okay? And then she went to Upward Bound, and she was the valedictoria at the Upward Bound. It was.
I can't remember. It was really high, maybe like 3.93 or something like that.
It was up into 4 too.
Oh well, I don't remember.
4.5, I believe it was.
Yes.
Yes.
Because I took a lot of college classes in high school, so when you take the college classes, they rank those higher on a 5.0 grade scale because it's harder.
And then the next one was, I think Uneak got accepted into about 11 colleges.
Yeah.
She could have had a free ride.
But I had to get up out of Richmond.
Yeah, and that's what the doctor was telling me. So that girl head gonna write her a check to college, but she chose to go out of Virginia, out of the state of Virginia, and go to Spelman.
Yep. And then once I was like in college, what would you say was my greatest achievement during that time?
Her greatest achievement was to she lived away from home to explore adulthood, going to Africa, and chosen to go to Africa, plane fare, round trip paid for, and her meeting Oprah Winfrey. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So and just going over there and enjoying it. And what it was, Cape Cod? What it was that, Cape?
Well, the school was outside of Johannesburg, South Africa, but I did get a chance to go to Cape Town, Durban, and KwaZulu-Natal, which is different areas within the country of South Africa. So we did get a chance to travel a lot, and it was a great experience. So I hope that y'all enjoyed this video. Thanks for having me on your channel, Mom.
You are welcome, sweetie. Anytime.
I love you so much. I hope y'all enjoyed this. If y'all want to see more videos with me and my mom, let her know in the comment section down below. And let us know of some of the greatest memories that you have with your own kids if you are a mother, and greatest memories that you have with your own mothers. Anything else, Mommy?
Okay, and yes, and the reason why I am a YouTuber, but I don't get paid because I just love to do it, because it gives me something to do, is because of my YouTube daughter, Uneak. So don't forget to thumbs up. Don't forget to turn those notification downs on. Tell somebody about Evangelist Wanda Booker. And look, don't be just scamming through the channels, just roaming through there. Because Uneak told me how many views I got. So don't. Hey, how about pushing that subscribe button and subscribe to Evangelist Wanda Booker, and I tell you that I will have more great and marvelous things for you in the year of 2019. Someone came on today and they asked me why had I stopped doing YouTubes, and I told them why I had stopped. So to God be the glory. I'm going to try to get this stuff out for y'all.
Everybody wants you to come back. They be looking out.
Yeah. So if y'all looking out for me, I'm going to look out for y'all. And thanks to my new subscribers. I love y'all with the love of God. And always remember, for this is the day that the Lord has made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. And also remember, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish, but you and I shall have everlasting life. Peace.
Bye, y'all. We out this thing.